Yeah.
Some shells.
And he's very friendly. He only eats chicken nuggets right now, so it's okay. Don't be afraid.
That's cool.
Hello. Did you restart it, Jacob? Is that it?
To the cars ahead. Please observe our
No.
5-mile-per-hour speed limit. The only time you should leave your vehicle is at our...
Dad, tell me when it says to play it.
Okay.
Audio.
Just wait till we get up a little closer, Jacob. Go for it.
I'm Prehistoric Nick, a fossil expert here at Jurassic Quest. What you're looking at is the Triassic Period. The Triassic started about 251 million years ago at the end of another period that we call the Permian. One of the earliest dinosaurs that we know of was Eoraptor. Its name means dawn thief because it lived at the dawn of the age of dinosaurs. Eoraptor made its home in what is now Argentina about 231 million years ago. Beside that is a kind of skinny dinosaur named a Coelophysis. Its name means hollow form because they had hollow sacs of air in their joints instead of cartilage. Coelophysis is the oldest known dinosaur from North America. And here is a large predator known as Herrera Source. Herrera Source is the name of one of the largest predatory dinosaurs that lived in the Triassic period. It lived in what is now Argentina about 231 million years ago.
Hey there, folks, this is Safari Sarah. The Triassic period was the dawn of the age of dinosaurs, but it too had to come to an end. Just a little over 200 million activity, it caused the extinction of roughly 70% of life on Earth. This wiped out a lot of bigger animals at the time. Without big competitors, dinosaurs thrived. And in the Jurassic period, they quickly became the gargantuan creatures we think of when we hear the word dinosaur.
Captain Caleb here. I hope your auto insurance covers water damage, because in order to get into the Jurassic period, we're diving deep into the Jurassic Ocean. The big shell you see is an ammonite. Ammonites are
Outside of your vehicle is where we keep our Dilophosaurus. Dilophosaurus was a predator from the very beginning of the Jurassic period, around 200 million years ago. Now a lot of people have ideas of
Look at the how, I mean,
I know.
the movement on it.
Yeah.
What is that? Plesiosaurus? Plesiosaurus. I think I pronounced that. Thing is long.
Just push play right now. Oh, no, don't push. Okay, push play, dude. Because it was talking about the Plesiosaurus and I said press pause. Now.
Dilophosaurus acid, and a lot of the pictures and toys show them with a big frill around the neck. Well, unfortunately, pleased to make your acquaintance. Outside of your vehicle is where we keep our Dilophosaurus. Dilophosaurus was a predator from the very beginning of the Jurassic period, around 200 million years ago. Now a lot of people have ideas of Dilophosaurus spitting poison, acid, and a lot of the pictures and toys show them with a big frill around their neck. Well, unfortunately, the movies that this idea comes from used what we call artistic license, which is just a fancy way of saying they just plain made it up. We don't know for sure that some dinosaurs didn't spit poison, but we don't have any reason to think that Dilophosaurus did. There's also no evidence that they had that power to move. Between the scene and other creatures went by. Like
Stegosaurus is a Jurassic plant eater whose back, neck, and tail were covered in bony plates. Stegosaurus had a special weapon. Along its tail, it had a set of spikes called a phagomizer that it would use to defend itself from predators. And the predator it had to worry about the most was Allosaurus. T-Rexes are the only scary meat-eating dinosaur we have here at Jurassic Quest.
What's that? Where's the Giganosaurus?
Remember in Jurassic World? They named it Giganosaurus.
Allosaurus was one of the larger predators around in the late Jurassic. Allosaurus had long arms for a theropod with big, hooked claws. These could help it grip onto its prey while it used its serrated teeth as its primary weapon. We know it used its arms because scientists have found signs of microscopic stress fractures on the bones of their forearms. This happens in bones when a person or an animal is using force to move heavy weight with their bodies. They might have used their arms to keep prey from getting away, or possibly to hold onto a Stegosaurus's tail to avoid getting hit. The little guys in the scene are called guanlong. They're an early member of the Coelosaur family that lived, specifically Tyrannosaurus Rex. Long-necked dinosaur in this scene is a Apatosaurus. Apatosaurus is what we call a sauropod, or a long-necked dinosaur. Sauropods, to get that big, sauropods had to eat all the time. To eat even more, these long-necked giants didn't even waste time chewing. Those rocks would help them.
Eli would love it here. Yeah. He loves dinosaurs.
After the end of the Jurassic, we find ourselves in the early Cretaceous period. The Cretaceous was the longest of the three periods of the Mesozoic. The Cretaceous period saw all kinds of strange new life forms, including weird new plants that we call flowers. We're starting off in what is now England during the early Cretaceous, roughly 120 million years ago. The duck-billed dinosaur you see is what we call an iguanodon, and it's one of the first dinosaurs to be discovered and named. Some of you might have already guessed that iguanodon means iguana tooth. When iguanodon was discovered in England, no one had ever even heard of dinosaurs yet. So when it came time to name this bizarre new animal, the only similarities anyone could think of, in the 1980s, it had fossilized fish bones and fish scales inside of its belly, along with a few bones from a young iguanodon. Since it lived in what is now England, as one of its last meals was fish, this could be the earliest evidence of anyone in the UK ordering fish and chips.
That's a Codosaurus.
It's great for paleontologists because it preserves soft tissue, in some cases including feathers.
Wow!
Hi. Raptor is the largest known member of the raptor family. Now behind him is a predator named Ceats. Ceats was a massive predator that lived at the end of the early Cretaceous. Very little is known about Ceats due to how recent of a discovery it is, but it is thought to be a member of the Allosauridae group that lived into the early Cretaceous. Saurus Rex took the stage.
Jacob,
Also in this scene,
go take your shirt off and stand up there.
Deinonychus.
Oh, look at someone brought their husky.
or Deinonychus if you will.
Codosaurus.
The name means terrible claw because of the sickle-like claws on its toes. If you've ever seen a
First
movie
creature
that had
here is the long-necked Elasmosaurus. It's a relative of the Plesiosaurus, but much bigger. Second is Archelon, the biggest sea turtle known to exist. It had a Mosasaurus. Its name means the knob lizard because of a bony protrusion on the end of its snout that might have been used to ram into its prey. Tylosaurus is a member of the Squamata family. That's the group of reptiles that includes lizards and snakes. They had forked tongues for tasting scents in the water. They even had a row of teeth in the back of their mouth.
Welcome back to Asia in the late Cretaceous period. Here we have 3 kinds of dinosaurs from Mongolia, starting with Velociraptor. Despite what you may have seen in movies,
Look, that's a Velociraptor.
is not 6 feet tall, but actually about 3 feet tall, 6 feet long, and about 20 to 30 pounds. Just think of an extra scary turkey.
That looks like an
We also know
anteater.
that at least one Velociraptor attacked a
Doesn't it?
Protoceratops,
Yeah.
the next dinosaur in this scene. This
Ooh,
is thanks
look
to
at
the
that
fossil
one.
of a Velociraptor and Protoceratops
That looks like the one
who
right here.
died still locked in combat. The Protoceratops broke the Velociraptor
This one right here,
arm with
without
its
the fur.
powerful beak, moments before
In
they
Jurassic
were
World?
both buried in sand of its own eggs.
Oh, wow.
But the name stuck and is still debated if Oviraptor actually ate eggs. Here at Jurassic Quest, ours take their sunny side up every morning for breakfast.
That was weird.
Yet another dinosaur
Looks like a
from
monster.
Mongolia is the large Therizinosaurus you see here, with the Russia.
Wow, those claws grow up to 3 feet long.
Wandering around the park.
Hi, Park Ranger Marty here. Hope you're not mad at me about accidentally releasing the T-Rexes. Anyway, in this scene you see Xianchusaurus. Xianchusaurus is a tyrannosaur from China and is closely related to Alioramus from Mongolia. Both have awfully long narrow noses and are members of the Tyrannosaurus. A lot of unanswered questions about it. But I can tell you this much. In the United States, we do not typically refer to this as.
It's actually a much different animal. Unlike a T-Rex, it has 3 claws on each hand, a lighter bone structure, and teeth that were designed for slicing. Unlike a T-Rex's, which were meant for crushing through bones and ripping car tops open. Speaking of which, if you see one of our missing T-Rexes, please let one of our 3 security guards know where.
Look at that. Straight ahead,
Second largest
straight
in
ahead.
the scene is Carnotaurus, which means meat-eating bull
Oh my
because of
gosh.
peculiar horns on its head. It might have used its horns as a weapon against other predators. It's a very funny-looking dinosaur, not just because of the horns,
Oh, it looks like a
but
devil.
because of its tiny little arms.
Looks like the devil.
Carnotaurus has one of the smallest arms of any known dinosaur, even smaller than the T-Rex.
Oh my
The small
god.
dinosaur you see in this scene is Albersaurus, a small, fast predator that lived in Argentina during the late Cretaceous.
That's Trip's
And there's Shauna and the
It's not
boy.
anything cool. It's the lame.
Parasaurolophus is a cool dinosaur because it's one of the few dinosaurs where we know what they might have sounded like. Paleontologists discovered that by looking at the crest on its head. What they found were tubes inside going back and forth between the nasal passage and the throat. When they recreated blowing air through their tubes, they discovered that the crest would have made a horn sound.
Wallace is the largest flying animal to ever take to the sky. It lived in what's now Texas because everything is bigger in Texas. It's named after the Quetzalcoatl, the Aztec feather serpent deity. It had a wingspan of 36 feet. That's the same as a small plane.
Wow.
Standing like it is here, it was the height of a giraffe. But would weigh less than not a dinosaur, but a pterosaur. Pterosaurs are reptiles that lived at the same time as dinosaurs. Like many, but not all pterosaurs, Quetzalcoatlus had no teeth. Unlike our missing T-Rexes who have very large teeth. Now, if you have any other questions about the creatures you see, go ahead and text that question to 844-DINO-411 or 844-346-6411.
The big carnivore in here is Albertosaurus. Albertosaurus is a close relative of T-Rex, roughly half the size of a fully grown T-Rex. Albertosaurus is named after the Canadian province of Alberta. We're all movies would have you think. While the ocean can be treacherous, Megalodon is
Yeah, I got it.
Record it.
I got it.
That's what's coming up.